is Chef Tender Tammy C, and today's episode is all about comfort foods. It's getting cold outside, and I'm going to make you something nice and warm with, of course, a drink to follow. So today's recipe is called Stuffed Chicken Alfredo Shells, and the drink that I'm going to pair it with is called the Groovy Grapeade. Now, the ingredients for this recipe are grilled chicken, already cooked, steamed broccoli, Parmesan cheese, Ricotta cheese, Mozzarella cheese, stuffed shells. Now the key, this is a chef tip, the key to the stuffed shell pasta is cook it 1 minute less than it asks you to on the box. The pasta will cook the rest of the way in the oven along with the sauce. And then you can make your own Alfredo sauce, or like I did, I used a bottled sauce by Classico this time. So it just depends on your time as to how you choose to make your sauce. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put this together. This is, once again, a simple and easy recipe that you can make in less than a half an hour. So basically what you want to do is take your cooked chicken, okay, and you're going to drop some of it in the bowl. It depends on how much you're making and for how many people. I'm going to make enough for 4. So I'm going to use 2 bags of the pre-cooked Perdue chicken breast. And what it is it's got the Italian seasoning on it. You just, you can take by hand and break it up, inside the bowl. You're going to take next your broccoli. Okay, and you just take the little pieces of your broccoli. I personally going to take some of these stems off the broccoli. I'm not too big on the stems. I'm going to use more of the treetop part of it, and you're going to dump that into your mixture. If you don't want the broccoli, you can omit the broccoli. That's totally up to you. This is just how I like to make it, so I use the broccoli. It's good for you too. Put it in, try it. You'll like it. Next up will be the mozzarella cheese. Okay, that's about a cup of mozzarella cheese inside the mixture. Now, what I omitted to tell you about this recipe is that this recipe is actually a suggestion from a great friend of mine and a wonderful chef and mentor. His name is Chef John Elliott. He's out of Florida. He actually inboxed me this recipe. So what I'm doing, John, is I'm changing it just a little bit, just to put my own spin on it. But this is Chef John Elliott's recipe. I hope I make you proud, and I hope you like it. Okay. So we're going to put a little Parmesan shredded cheese in the mixture as well. Okay, I used about a cup. Remember I told you before in previous episodes that these bowls are a half a cup. Okay, so I'm going to put a half a cup of the Parmesan inside. And the way I'm changing this recipe per se is that I'm actually putting ricotta in it. John's recipe didn't call for ricotta, but I like ricotta cheese, so I'm going to put a little ricotta cheese in it. And I already did a test run on it. It's delicious. So I'm going to use half the ricotta cheese just to be safe. Okay. And last but not least, the final ingredient is going to be the Alfredo sauce. So you want to ladle in some Alfredo sauce sparingly, because you need to stir all of this up together, but you don't want to have too much and it make your ingredients not bind together, because you're going to be stuffing your shells with this. And also you need to spare some Alfredo sauce for the end, because you need to line your pan with it, and also too, if you'd like, you can drizzle some over. So the next thing you want to do, okay, is you want to combine these ingredients inside the bowl. Okay, and when you've got these ingredients all nicely combined, make sure your chicken is, kind of chopped up a little bit. You don't want to have these like great big pieces of chicken and not enough of everything else. Okay, so the next step would be to get your pan. You're going to line your pan with a little Alfredo sauce. Then you're going to take each one of your individual shells that you've already boiled, okay, and you're going to take your mixture and you're just going to fill your shell. I like mine overflowing. And then you're going to place them individually inside the pan. And you just keep filling them up. Try to make sure you get a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of chicken, just a little bit of everything inside the shell. Okay? And you just do this until your mixture is done. I think each person will eat about, they're so good, probably anywhere between 3 and 5. Delicious. Okay, so now that you've finished stuffing your chicken Alfredo stuffed shells, the last thing you want to do is take your mozzarella and just spread it on top. Okay, evenly on top. Then you're going to take a little of the parmesan that's left over, sprinkle it. You'll put this in the oven at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. It's done. So while our chicken Alfredo stuffed shells are in the oven, I'm going to show you a really cool drink to make. This is called the Groovy Grapeade. And the things you need for this drink are red seedless grapes, pure honey, pure lemon juice. You need a cava, which is a Spanish sparkling white wine. And you need a fruit-flavored vodka of your choice. I'm choosing to use a Smirnoff watermelon. And you definitely need a blender. Now, the one thing you do not need for this drink, and I mean you do not need, and that's ice. Do not use ice in this drink. Be sure to chill your alcohols and your fruit ahead of time. Make sure that the honey is warm because any other way it will lump up inside. So what you're going to do is put your red seedless grapes into the blender. Drop in your honey. Just drizzle that all in there nicely. Now be sure to put your honey in next because you're going to need that lemon to cut that honey. Okay. Lemon juice. I'd say use about half the bottle of the cava. Depending on how much you're making. We'll need about 1, 2, 3, 4 ounces of the Smirnoff. Okay, 5 ounces of the Smirnoff. You pack on the blender. So after you finish blending, this is your final product. And if you notice, the little pieces of grape skin just make it look like little confetti, sugar. Just makes it look nice. So here it is, your Groovy Grapeade. Enjoy. Thanks again, guys, for joining me on Something Good. Now, I have a good friend of mine with me today. His name is Dot. He's one of the CEOs of a great clothing line called Worth a Billion. So he's going to tell you a little something about his clothing line. He's going to get to try my food and my drink. How you doing, Dot?
How you doing, Tim? Yeah, how you doing? My name's Dot. I'm one of the CEOs of Worth a Billion. This is one of my shirts I have on now. The brand is called Worth a Billion. You can check me out on Facebook. It's Worth a Billion. Instagram is Worth a Billion Apparel. And this is like one of my 4 lines right here. So I'm here holding Tammy down. Here to check out the food, chef.
Okay, guys, so here you have it. Here's my recipe for Chicken Alfredo Stuffed Shells, courtesy of Chef John Elliott. Guys, at any time, if you want me to try out one of your recipes, feel free to inbox me, hit up my blog, hit up the website, all under the same name, The Chef Tender. So thank you again so much. And remember, it's the same dream, but a new team. Stay tuned for our next episode. Bye-bye. Hey, Doc, what you thinking over there?
Tammy, thank you, man, for having me here. This food is like worth $1 billion right here.
All right. I like to hear that. Hi.
Take 3.
About comfort food. So, our recipe. I'm sorry. Your drink is going to. I'm sorry for my cat. Stop. Get out of here. Thank you so much. And you guys, if you feel free. All right. That's the highlight of the show. It's the booty.